I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Hope everyone is doing well. For those that's been following me, y'all know I've been going through a child custody battle. I recently went to trial for custody of my kid, and I've been awaiting the judge's decision. Well, recently I just got the decision in the mail, and I now know the fate of me and my child's relationship. Um, I just want to say before I let y'all know what the judge decided, this whole situation has been very, very stressful. Um, just every day waking up not knowing what the relationship of you and your kid is going to look like, what your finances is going to look like. It's just been very stressful. So to all the fathers out there, I just want to let y'all know, be careful um, who you have children with, because you just never know how things are going to turn out once the relationship ends. Especially when a kid is involved. If you spending time with a woman and then a kid gets involved and you no longer want to be with the woman, you just don't know what the outcome is going to be. A lot of people are spiteful in this world, um, and you just got to take heed to that before you choose to spend time with a woman and interact. So I got the results right here. Oh, man. So oh man. Oh man. This is, oh my God. So the judge has decided to side with me. Oh man. Oh man. I now will continue to have custody of my child. This decision is big for me. I'm gonna show y'all the paperwork, let y'all see what the judge's recommendation was. The court finds it is in Aaliyah's best interest to award the parties joint legal custody with physical custody to her father. If parties come to a stalemate on any issue, father's vote rules. Father's vote rules. So, as y'all can see, man, this is one of the most happiest days of my life. Um, there's been so much stress lifted off my shoulders, and excuse me, I now can move forward with my life, not worried about me and my daughter's relationship, not worried about someone putting their hands in my finances. I could just move forward with my life. Um, and it's just such a relief. I feel like I dodged a bullet. Y'all just don't know. Um, and as y'all can see, I also make all the decisions. Any issues, anything that has to be, done for my daughter, if me and her mother has to sit down and have a discussion, I'll take what she says into consideration. But at the end of the day, dad makes all the decisions. So this is just a blessing, and I can't keep saying it enough. This is a great thing. This is one of the best things that happened to me in a long time. Um, and it came at the right time for the right reason. So this is my testimony to all the fathers out there. If you're in a situation where you believe that your kid is not in the best environment, this is proof that you can get custody of your kid. You could do it. Statistics and time has shown that most of the time women get custody of their kid. But in my situation, in this situation, it's not the case. I'm a walking testimony. You can get custody of your kid as a man, as a father. Put in the work. I put in a lot of work for this decision right here. And some of you don't know and some of you do know. The ones that's been following my story, this is the second time I went to court for my child. So again, this is like a huge blessing to me. This is the final ruling. I would show y'all the other ruling, but it basically said the same thing. The court rather, feels as though the child should be with her father. And that's why my daughter has been with me throughout this whole child custody battle. Because when we first went to court, the judge decided to side with me as well as this go around. So it's over. You know what I'm saying? Big weight lifted off my shoulder. It just feels great. And I hope there's fathers in this world that can tap into my story and I can give them some sort of hope that they can get custody of their kids, because it's possible. It's very possible. I did this all by myself. I didn't have no lawyers. I didn't go to law school. I just used my head. I used my common sense. I used my drive, my ability to research, and I made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I went up against the mother of my child. I went up against the court system. I went up against the guardian ad litem. I went up against everybody, and I beat the odds. So, I hope my testimony is used to encourage other fathers that this is possible, because a lot of times, us as men, us as fathers, we don't think that things like this is possible again. And, you fall victim to the system, thinking that, oh man, they ain't gonna never give me custody of my kid. What's the point? Nah, you can do it. You can do it. You can beat the odds. You can make a change. Because I've proven that it can be done. So let's make being a father cool again. Let's make being a father have as much meaning as being a mother. Now, on my platform, we not bashing mothers in no way, shape, or form, because we all came from a woman. So you can't bash women at all. But sometimes sometimes the mother of your child or a woman may be going through something and she can't focus on getting her life together and being a mother at the same time. So at that point, as you being the father, it's time for you to step in. And some women will go through things and still not give custody or give the child to the father because they want to prove a point. And in my case, I think that is what was going on. In no way, shape, or form am I up here saying that the mother of my daughter was a bad mother. I just believe that she was going through something, and her pride wouldn't allow her just to give my daughter to me while she, figure out the things that she's going through, and hopefully she overcomes it. But I'm very, very passionate when it comes to being a father. I'm very, very passionate, and I have unconditional love for my children. So I'm not playing no games when it comes to my kids. It's some men out here that'll just let their kids go through, you know, harsh situations, be placed in unsafe environments, and that's just not me. Anytime one of my kids are hurt or going through something, me as being a father, it's time for me to step my game up and attend to my kids. That comes before me. That comes before work. That comes before a lot of things. My kids are number one. You know, I believe that the day you decide to have children, and once they come into the world, they become your number one priority. You know, all that going to the club, going shopping, going this, that, and the third, all that's over. Unless your kids is taken care of. Now, if your kids are well taken care of, by all means, do you. But the children become the number one priority. And I believe that when adults are going through things, using these children as pawns, that needs to come to an end, because you're not hurting anyone but the child. Um, my daughter has been through some rough times as me and her mother battle it out for custody. And a lot of it didn't come from me. A lot of it was, her mother using her as a pawn, as a way to get back at me for all I can think of is leaving a relationship and wanting to better my life. If you're in a relationship or a situation with a woman and you like, yo, this ain't working out, you have the option to move on. That's one of the things that I could never understand is like, when someone wants to move on with their life, the other person gets mad. If I'm taking care of my responsibilities and providing for the children or the child that we made together, it shouldn't be no hard feelings, because that's the only thing I'm obligated to do. You know what I'm saying? People hate to see you moving on with your life and bettering your life. And it's just sad because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So if I'm grinding, if I'm working hard, if I'm starting me a business, if I'm doing whatever to better my life, guess what? You have the same opportunities. You have the same 24 hours as me. So what's the hate for? But that's needless to say. Um, Again, this is like this decision right here is just one of the best things that has came across my mailbox in a long time. It just feels amazing. I want to thank the court system. I want to thank the judges, the two judges that decided to go with me, that decided to side with me in this whole child custody case. You two judges, man, y'all really took time out to analyze all the evidence presented, and y'all was not biased. Y'all didn't go one way just because of a certain gender. Y'all looked at all the evidence. Y'all decided this is what's best for the child. This parent can provide best for the child, put the child in an environment where the child can flourish. And that's what I'm doing. So I want to just give a special thanks, man, to the judges, to the whole court system, and to the guardian ad litem. That woman, she helped me out a lot when it comes to this child custody case. Fellas, fathers, whenever you're fighting for child custody, the guardian ad litem is going to be your best friend. This is the person that's going to give a recommendation to the judge on what's best for the child based off everything. They're going to have a decision with you. They're going to have a conversation with you. They're going to have a conversation with the mother. And most importantly, they're going to have a conversation with the child. The guardian ad litem is basically the voice of the child in the court system. So if you go through this type of situation, build a great relationship with the guardian ad litem, stay in communication with them, provide them any information that they may ask for, because that's going to help you come out with a victory and ultimately have custody of your child. And I'm here to tell you that there's no better feeling, because it's a terrible feeling when you're not involved in your kid's life and someone is stopping you from doing that because they're bitter, they're mad, they're angry. That's just a terrible feeling. And deep down inside, you know that you are an excellent parent. For me, that was my case. I'm an excellent parent, and a lot of things that was going on was just out of spite and anger. So again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Father Time Network. Let's make being a father cool again.